right? We're taking a look at page 10 in credit number 1. We're going to look at ethics and AI. So what is ethics? Ethics is based on well-founded standards of what is morally good and bad, and what's morally right and wrong for society. Ethics establish the rules that individuals need to follow for their survival of the society. Therefore, subjects are subjective and communal. That means ethics are based on whatever the society thinks is right at that time. That's why when we look back in history, we know that for slavery, there was slavery. That was right at the time, and it's morally and ethically wrong now and today, and we look back at them. So remember that ethics are subjective and they change with the community and with the times. So an ethical behavior is an action that is following the rules of what is considered correct in society. On the contrary, a moral behavior is driven by the desire to be good. That's just a little brief view about what ethics is. So we're going to read the article, and to prepare for a performance task, we're going to select 1 to 2 quotes that relate to ethics that are important to artificial intelligence. So jot your notes down in the gray box. So ethics can be traced back to ancient Greece philosopher Aristotle. He believed that ethics is about achieving, that's a hard word, eudaimonia, which translates to human flourishing in happiness. Since then, various ethical theories have been developed and expanded upon which each with its own unique approach to morality. For instance, utilitarian ethics focus on the greatest good for the greatest number of people, whereas deontological ethics emphasizes that certain actions, regardless of the outcome, are inherently right or wrong. Now, virtue ethics, let me get another color. Virtue ethics highlights the importance of developing virtuous character traits and acting in accordance with those traits. So everyday people are faced with ethical dilemmas and moral quandaries. Ethics plays a crucial role in addressing these challenges, particularly in professional fields such as medicine, business, and law, and technology. It ensures that professionals adhere to certain standards of conduct, so we're going to say adhere to certain standards of conduct, and make decisions that prioritize the welfare of their clients or their customers, right? So make decisions that prioritizes the welfare or the goodness. However, ethics can also lead to disagreement and conflict, particularly when people hold differing moral views. That's an important one, right? When people have different views, in such cases, it is important to approach the situation with empathy, respect, and a willingness to find common ground. And common ground is an important one. Ethics is a vital aspect of human life and plays a crucial role in shaping our behavior, relationship, and society. By reflecting on our moral values and principles and applying them into our daily lives, we can cultivate more compassionate and just world for all. So ethics has a lot to do with doing the right thing. And that depends on who you are and where you come from. But let's take a look at this. So one good quote that might come out of this, it adheres to certain standards of conduct. How is that important? Here they're talking about business people, right? But we can use that in the education field, right? Adhere to a certain standard of conduct. So let me go here. We can add this note. Ethics means adhere to a certain standard of conduct. So that's one area. Because on your essay, you're going to have to be explaining why AI is good or bad. That's an ethical question, right? And you're going to have a whole bunch of different views. So here's another quote we might be able to use in our essay. And remember, you always put quotes in it. People hold differing moral views. And I'm actually going to what we're going to actually do is we're going to ... So we need to find ways, we need to find common ground, right? So they hold people hold different moral views. And I'm going to put this in here. So when you add words to a quote, you need to tell people that you are adding a word. So we're going to say people holding different moral views need to find common ground, right? So there's going to be some people that are really old school that don't agree with AI and using it, and that any way that you use AI, that's just not good, right? People are going to be like that. And some people are be like, no, like this is a new way. This is the new way of life. This is how things are going to be. They're also, neither one of them are wrong, but they have to find a common ground, right? So these are two ways that you can take the reading and try to find ways that it'll work in your writing. So right now we have two quotes that relate to ethics that can kind of help us introduce AI and why it's good or bad in the classroom.